Next, we're going to do intra-abdominal pressure regulation breathing on our side. So we are going to get on a side. It doesn't matter. We'll actually do both sides because this is going to prepare us for some of the glute activation exercises that we're going to do that will help teach our hips how to work a little bit better and more stable with movement. So I want you to lay on your side. You can grab a pillow, a towel. I really like a yoga block actually. I actually really like a yoga block under my head for this exercise because it kind of tells my head where to be. Because when we lie down to sleep, a lot of times our head is sort of where we're like this. We actually want to align your head with the rest of your spine and then push up so that your shoulder is right underneath you and you could kind of if you like crawl through with your hand, there's space there. So that might be a little bit uncomfortable on a hard floor, but if you can tolerate that, that is a more ideal position for this. And we are going to make sure that our spine is aligned. So we're going to start by opening our pelvis. So just grab on the top of your pelvis and push it away from your rib cage. And you'll notice what that does is it leaves a little bit of space under the floor. So you want to be able to crawl through between your shoulder and your head. You want to be able to crawl through just a little bit with like fingers underneath your low abdomen and back. And then you want this side to be lengthened. So a lot of times we'll kind of sit like this with our hip popped up. We want it to be lengthened. And then lastly, I don't want you popping your butt out. I want you to give yourself just a little bit of a cue on your low back and your sacrum to just elongate that area. So we're not here, we are just here. Now, we are going to have this nice elongated spine. And like I said, don't let your head come forward. You are going to feel like it's too far back, but it actually is lined up with your spine. And we're just going to breathe here. So now we can actually focus on breathing into one side or the other. I'm trying to breathe a little more into my right hip crease here. I like to give myself little taps in the areas that I have a harder time maintaining that pressure. So you can do that too. You can just let your arm rest on your side. And making sure that I have that room because as you get tired, your hip might kind of start to pop up again. We're going to push it away. It's all about elongating. And as you're breathing, I want you to also think about elongating through the legs. So not like this, but your knees, think about your knees coming away from your hip joint as if someone was pulling on your knees. And that actually helps me engage with my glutes a bit more too. Don't worry about that if that feels too complicated. Just focus on the breathing. I just want to give you options in case you want to sort of engage with other muscles. Again, the contact points here are also important. So now our contact point is our whole left thigh, our whole left, like top of our arm and elbow and shoulder. So you can kind of engage with those as you breathe. You might feel more of your glutes come on. You might feel more engagement here. I know I personally have a hard time on my right side getting that inflated balloon feeling. So I'm really focusing on that. And then we'll switch sides. So I'm going to let you guys line up. Just remember, shoulder is right underneath and in line with your neck. And then your head is going to be farther back than you think to align your spine. And then you're taking that booty pop out. You're not overly tucking. You're just kind of staying in the middle. And then you're going to elongate through the side and breathe. Making sure I've got an inflated balloon all the way around. I tend to have a hard time getting it all the way to the back. So you can test out if you want to challenge, if you can send your breath backward, inflate the balloon backward into your side. And engage with those other contact points. So your elbow and your knee kind of pressing into the floor. And there you go. That is today's challenge. I do challenge you to do that whole sequence one more time today, even if you just set a timer for 2 to 3 minutes and you practice one of those, whether it's on all fours, on your back, like we did yesterday, or on your side. You are going to notice a difference the more you practice this, but there is no shame, there's no judgment. Even if you miss tomorrow, you can always come back and do these again and you can pick right back up where you left off. I will see you in the next day of the challenge.